Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Michelle. I'm a full-time reseller on the Poshmark app. You can find me on Poshmark and on Instagram at shop.with.chelle. That's C-H-E-L-L-E. Today I'll be doing a what sold video on what I sold between January 13th and yesterday, January 19th. So if you guys are interested in seeing what has sold for me on Poshmark in the last week, just go ahead and keep watching. So since I'm recording this on my phone, I won't be able to look at my phone to see what has sold on the app, so I'll just be looking down at my computer for reference. So the first item that sold for me on January 13th was this pair of 7 for All Mankind jeans. They were a dark wash skinny jean in size 25, I believe. Yes, 25. And I sold these for $30. I think I had them listed at $50 and accepted an offer for $30. I had only had these listed for about a week before they sold, so I was happy to get rid of them. So for these jeans, I was left with $24 even after the Poshmark fee. Next is this Vineyard Vines Bonefish Blue tie. I had to look up the style just because I didn't know how to describe this tie, and I don't really know much about Vineyard Vines. I know it's a very, preppy kind of higher end brand. And so once I saw this at the thrift store, it was just very eye-catching. It made me want to look at it a little more closely. So when I looked on the back to see what the brand was, I was so happy to see that it was Vineyard Vines because I live in Colorado and Vineyard Vines is not a very popular brand here just because it's more of like a preppy brand. So I was, for one, kind of surprised to find it in Colorado where, we're more known for our casual and outdoorsy type apparel, I guess you could say. So when I was surprised to find it, but I was also very happy to find it as well because I know the resale value of Vineyard Vines is pretty good. So I picked this up and I sold it for $50. So I was excited for this quick flip as well. I think I only had it listed in my closet for maybe 3 weeks, no more than a month. This next item is a cabbie cowl neck knit sweater, kind of a chunky cable knit sweater. So I believe I had this listed at $50 originally, and I added it to a bundle for one of the ladies who had liked it, and I sent her a private offer for $30, and she replied something along the lines like, "Thank you so much for the offer. I just don't have $30 to spend currently right now on a sweater," something along those lines. And so I replied, I totally understand. Just feel free to send me another offer for this sweater and I will happily consider it. And so she sent me an offer for $23 and I just went ahead and accepted it because for one, I don't think I had made a sale that day yet. So for those of you who don't know, I'm on a really hot sales streak right now. I've actually made 1 or more sales every day this month. So if it's the afternoon or the late afternoon and I haven't made a sale yet, I will actually just send out crazy offers to likers and also through the bundle feature just so that I can keep my sales streak going. I never send an offer that will cause me to lose money on any of the items, just so that I'm sure to be making at least a profit, even if it's just a small profit. But I do want to see how long I can keep this sales streak going for. I just really wanted to make sure that I kept my sales streak going, so that's why I accepted her offer of $23. It had also been sitting in my closet for quite a while, and because it was cabbie, I thought, and it was the new tag cabbie, so I thought it would sell a lot quicker than it did. And just because of that reason, that it was just in my closet for a while and I just wanted to move it along. So after the Poshmark fees, I was left with $18.40 for this sweater. Next we have this Ralph Lauren sleep shirt. It's like a long button-up floral sleep shirt with the monogram Ralph Lauren initials on the pocket. I sold this for $13 just because, for one, it had also been sitting for quite a while, and I even relisted it just hoping to get, you know, some new eyes on it and some more interest. But for whatever reason, it just wasn't moving. I had sent an offer to Likers for $13, and after the Poshmark fees and shipping, I did send her $1.50 discounted shipping for this, so I was left with $8.55, and I'm okay with that because I didn't spend more than probably $6 on it, and like I said, I just wanted to get it moving along. This next item was also one of those, it was that same situation where I needed to make a sale that day. So I sent a crazy offer to somebody who had liked this item, and it was for $9, and I'm guessing it must have been like later in the evening when I hadn't made a sale yet that day, and I was not going to go to bed without making at least one sale. So that's why I decided to offer $9 for this shirt, and I was left with $4.55 after Poshmark fees and shipping, and I think I actually paid like $4 for this shirt, so I made a very, very small profit off of it, but I'm happy to say that I didn't lose any money on it, and I'm also happy to say that I made a sale that day. So this next item that sold is from my own personal closet. It's a pair of American Eagle shorts that just don't fit me anymore. They fit me last summer, but I know they won't be fitting me this upcoming summer. So I went ahead and sent an offer to Likers for $9, and somebody accepted, and I was left with $4.55 after Poshmark fees and the discounted shipping. When it comes to selling items from my own personal closet, I don't really mind selling them for a lower amount. For one, it's probably something that I haven't worn in forever, and instead of donating it, I'd rather make a couple bucks off of it. And also, I just don't have a huge personal wardrobe to begin with. So like I said, when it comes to things from my own personal closet, unless it's something that's really high quality and something that I know will sell for a lot, or a lot more than just $9, I will list it at what I do believe the item is worth. I was totally okay with just selling these for $9. So this next item I thought would sell like within a week or two, and it was a pair of Rag & Bone pants. They were kind of like a business casual, I guess. Nothing that you would wear just with like a t-shirt, I mean, unless you wanted to, but they were more of like a business casual or professional type pants, and I had them listed at like $100 at one point when I first listed them, and I got so many likes on this pair of pants. But for whatever reason, no matter what kind of offer I sent out, for whatever reason, I just could not sell these pants. So I went ahead and lowered the price to $40, and I just continued to share it, and I don't think I sent out any more offers or anything like that. So I just waited for the perfect buyer to come along. So she paid full asking price. You can say full asking price because originally I had them listed for $100, and I would have liked to get a lot more for these pants, but I had them probably since September or October, and I was just happy to see them go. So I was left with $32 even after Poshmark fees. So this next item was a Victoria's Secret long sleeve sleep shirt that said Army Strong across the chest. It was part of a two-piece set. It had I'm assuming a set of pajama pants with it, but when I picked this up at the thrift store, I could only find the top, and it still had the original tag attached to it. So I went ahead and listed this as just a regular long sleeve t-shirt, and I put it in the description. It was originally intended as a sleep shirt, but by the look of it, it looks like a regular long sleeve t-shirt that you could wear out like with anything out in public, and it doesn't necessarily just have to be worn for sleeping in. So I had this originally listed, I think, at $25, maybe $30, just because it was new with tags, but I had sent out an offer for $10 and a $1.50 discounted shipping. So I was left with $5.55 after the Poshmark fees and the shipping. This next item, sorry, I just got a funny text from my friend and it made me laugh. So this next item is another item from my own personal closet, and it says save water, drink more wine on it. I got this at Kohl's, and I haven't worn it probably more than a year. So it had just been sitting around, and I figured I would just list it. And I think I had listed it at maybe $15 originally, but I went ahead and sent an offer to Likers for $9. So this next item was one of the first items that I had ever picked up at the thrift store to resell on Poshmark. It was listed back in September probably, and I specifically remember exactly which thrift store I was at when I picked it up. I remember taking the photographs to list it and looking it up just to see, because I had never heard of the brand before, and it turns out it's a Stitch Fix brand. It's called Current Air, and it was actually a Stitch Fix exclusive piece. So I had seen other people selling this top on Poshmark as well, and I was able to find a little bit more information about it as well through their listings, just because I wasn't able to find a lot of information just by Google search. I think I relisted this one time. So I listed it the first time in September, and then I think I relisted it probably like the first week of January. So this blouse sold for $23, and I was left with $16.90 after Poshmark fees and the shipping discount. So this next item was a Sundance embroidered top. It had like this asymmetrical ruffle detailing at the bottom and this really pretty like purple and orange geometric embroidery around the neckline and also down the sleeves. I had actually sold a couple weeks ago, but when I was packing it up to be shipped, I noticed a small hole in the front, and it was something that I didn't notice before when I had it listed. So before I shipped it out, I messaged the buyer or I commented on the listing and tagged the buyer, and I told her, thank you so much for your purchase, but when I was packing this up to be shipped, I noticed a small hole in the front. I can either cancel the order or we can work out like a discount for you or something. Just let me know like what you want to do, whatever works best for you. And she replied, oh, thank you so much for letting me know about the hole. I think I'd like to cancel. So I replied, no problem, I totally understand. I'm so sorry that I had overlooked this flaw. I hope you find same top like in somebody else's closet. Like if she really liked it, I feel really bad that she wasn't able to actually buy it. I really hoped that she did find the same top in her size in someone else's closet that was in perfect condition. So I'd canceled the order for her. I was totally happy to do that just because I hadn't disclosed the flaw in it or added any photos of it. So I relisted it, disclosed the flaw, and then sent out a really, really good offer for like $10 just because I knew I wasn't going to get much more for it because of the flaw. It actually sold to my first repeat customer, which is kind of a big deal to me. I've been just waiting for my first repeat buyer, my first repeat customer, and it turns out this lady that purchased this top, she had just bought the kimono that I had mentioned in my previous What Sold video. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I will go ahead and link it down below or link it up here somewhere. I'm not sure where it will show up, but yeah, so I have my first repeat customer. I'm so happy about that. I really hope that she will continue to at least look around in my closet and check back from time to time to see if there's anything else that she might like. So after Poshmark fees and shipping, I was left with $5.55, and this is actually my first sale where I lost money. Not too much. I believe I paid $6.99 for this top, so a little over $7, you know, after taxes. But just because of the flaw, I probably wasn't going to get much more than $10, and I just also wanted to get it moving. So the $10 I was okay with, and it was just a lesson learned that, you know, I need to be more careful when sourcing and making sure that the items that I do want to pick up and take home with me to resell are in great condition, and just to make sure that I don't overlook any flaws. So this next item is an Athleta dress. It's got cinching along the sides and an asymmetrical like cross bottom hem at the bottom. It's kind of hard to explain. I'll just show a picture. It was in a really pretty like sage green color, and then it had like the crisscross ruching on the front. It was just a really like a casual dress, but it also had really cute little details all over just to make it look a little more dressed up, I guess. So I think it would be the perfect dress with some sneakers because it is an athleisure dress. It would be perfect with sneakers, or even like some booties even with a leather coat. I don't know, there's just so many different ways that you could wear this dress. And I sold it for $13. I probably could have gotten a lot more for this dress, but just because I wanted to keep my sales streak going for January, I was okay with selling it for $13. I was left with $8.55 after the Poshmark fees and discounted shipping. So this next item was a Disney princess graphic t-shirt. It was kind of cropped, and it had all of the Disney princesses around, like all over the front and all over the back as well, and it just said Royals in black font across the chest. And I sold this for $12. Probably could have gotten a little bit more, but I wanted to send out some really good offers that day because I don't think I had made a sale that day. So I was left with $7.55 after Poshmark fees and shipping, and I was totally okay with that. So this next item to sell for me, it was a pair of Lululemon pants. It wasn't a pair of leggings, and it was a pair of pants that I don't think was very popular, or it's not really sought out too much. So they were a pair of the Lululemon Easy Breezy pants. So they were wide leg pants, but they also had little buttons at the bottom of the legs that you could button up to make it look like more tapered and more fitted towards the ankle. So I thought that was really interesting. And they were also, and it was also like a really pretty blue, almost like a chambray colored. I actually paid up for these. I believe I paid $13 for these at the thrift store. I was just so happy because I think it was my first time finding Lululemon ever at a thrift store. So I picked them up, and even though I did pay up for them and only sold them for $21, I still was left with a small profit at the end of the day. So I'm pretty happy about that. I will continue to pick up Lululemon, like for obvious reasons, but I will be sure, now that I know that usually only the leggings, like the Aligns or the Wonder Unders, I know those resell for a lot more than like the tank tops or the style of pants, for example. So in the future, I will just be more selective with the Lululemon that I pick up. So this next item is a Grey's Anatomy medical scrub top. It's in a royal blue color with the pockets on the front, and it's like a V-neck with the button detail on the back so that you can kind of make it a little more form-fitting and more flattering. So this sold for $12. So I was left with $7.55 after Poshmark fees and the $1.50 discounted shipping. So this was my second time selling Lululemon. It was a hot pink, plain, like a very simple racerback tank top. I couldn't find the size tag or like any of the sizing dots, or you know how Lululemon's sizing can be like a little weird and different. So unless you actually know their sizing system, you might not know what size it is. I just took measurements and I compared the measurements to the sizing chart on Lululemon's website, and I came up with an extra large. So this sold for $17, and I was left with $12.10 after Poshmark fees and shipping. And my most recent item to sell was sold yesterday. It was the North Face open cardigan that I had mentioned in my little thrift haul a couple of videos back. It was just like a simple open cardigan, kind of flowy and loose, and it had the tie around the waist. And so I sent a private offer with discounted shipping for $21, and she accepted almost immediately and commented, "Thank you so much." And I told her, thank you for buying from me. So that's all that's sold for me currently between January 13th and January 19th. It is currently January 20th as I'm filming this, and I have yet to make a sale today. So I am definitely, after this, going to go send out some really good offers. And hopefully I will be able to keep my January sales streak going. Thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I would really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. I sent it in a Hi, guys. And I went ahead and for after this with discounted shipping. So for this item, it was a new with tags, Victoria's Secret Army Strong long sleeve t-shirt. So it sold a lot quick. It sold more quickly. So I had canceled the order. Okay.